GamePlan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our collegesportingnews.com FCS Game of the Week preview between the McNeese State Cowboys and the Central Arkansas Bears. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Cowboys.
McNeese State ran into a buzzsaw last week, and their offense had its worst game of the year. Now, the bright spot was the defense. Despite the score, I actually think it wasn't that bad. The offense put them in a lot of bad situations, which can't happen this week versus Central Arkansas, a conference opponent. Now let's move over to Central Arkansas. Here's a team that had 2 weeks to prepare. They knocked off Missouri State 2 weeks ago, 17-13. They actually shut them out in the second half. And this is another one of these teams that are very good defensively. They needed offense to get up to speed, but this is the team that can win with their defense. Should be interested to see what they do this week offensively versus McNeese. The X factor for the Cowboys will be their third down defense. Once again, like I said before, their defense wasn't the problem last week. They were actually able to get these guys off the field. If they can do that this week, they have a great chance to win this ball game on the road. The X factor for Central Arkansas will be the offensive balance. Can they strike the balance with the running game as well as the passing game? Right now, Winrick Smothers is a great quarterback. He can move the football via the air, but they have to get some balance going on the ground in order for this team to be successful moving forward. Now here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For McNeese, you have to sustain drives when you're on the road. In order to knock off a team that knows you very well, you got to stay on the field offensively. They struggled last week versus Northern Iowa, and you want to get physical at the line of scrimmage. You have to really win the point of attack in any football game in order to be successful. And on offense, you have to account for defensive end Jonathan Woodard. This is a guy that really can put pressure on the quarterback and disrupt anything you want to do offensively, so you have to get him blocked up front. And for Central Arkansas in this game, Winrick Smothers has to protect the football. Here's a quarterback that's a fabulous player, a guy that can do it both on the ground as well as in the air, but he has to be careful with the football this week versus a ball-hawking defense in McNeese. And the screen game and the blitz beaters will help you versus the pressure that McNeese loves to bring. So have these built-in hot routes, have these built-in checks at the line of scrimmage, so that way you can get yourself out of a bad play into a good one to beat the blitz. And you want to continue to play solid run defense. This is a defense, like I mentioned before, very good, that can win with its defense. And you want to put McNeese in a situation where they're one-dimensional. Continue playing solid run defense, and you will definitely accomplish that this week. Now here are some 2014 draft prospects you want to keep an eye on in this ballgame for McNeese. Last week we talked about the same four guys, and the same four guys appear once again on this list. Everett Elfson, very good edge rusher. Marcus Wilkes, a guy that has breakaway speed. Guy Morgan, one of the best cornerbacks in the country. And Cody Stroud, a guy that has gotten better each and every year and has done a great job so far as a senior. Now for UCA, you look at offensive lineman Dominique Allen, very good interior presence, but also can play tackle, 6'3", 295, a senior. And tight end Chase Dixon, very intrigued with his skill set over the middle of the field. And senior linebacker Justin Hurd is one of the best in the Southland Conference, a tackling machine at 6'1", 230 pounds. Kerry Joseph was a sensational quarterback for McNeese State from 1992 to 1996. Here's a guy that compiled a 42-11 record as a starter, 67 touchdown passes, which is still a school record, and compiled over 9,600 yards of total offense. Current head coach Clint Conk is already a campus legend. Here's a guy that got his 100th career victory last week. 14 years he's been coaching at Central Arkansas, and only 3 losing seasons as well as 3 conference titles. Definitely one of these guys that's going to be around for a long time out there in Central Arkansas. I like McNeese in this ball game, and although Central Arkansas had 2 weeks to prepare for this ball game, I just feel as though right now McNeese is a better football team than the Bears, and I think they'll go on the road and take care of business versus a very game Central Arkansas football team.